Hey, it's John Arnold with another Tuesday tip. I know that all of you really struggle to justify your budget. A lot of you wonder what are the normative data out there and benchmarks in terms of how much are B2B companies spending on a marketing to sales ratio or marketing to revenue ratio. So we just had an amazing huddle here with John Arnold and 14 other CMOs talking about this. So John, what is the average B2B enterprise spending on marketing as a percent of sales, revenue?
Oh, okay. So the big average, Drew, is 8% of revenue is the average marketing investment. We call it marketing investment, marketing budget,
right?
All in, so 8%. But what we did find, and I found this in my research this year from a couple of different angles, that as marketing investment incrementally increases, growth rates, company growth rates, actually increase just about in a linear fashion. So 8% average marketing investment. The average growth rate of those B2B companies is around 8%, and our study went all the way up to 15%. So those companies that are investing 15% of their total revenue in marketing, their growth rates are near 15%. So it's a pretty interesting stat. That should be good news to CMOs, but sadly it may not be, because just because Forrester says doesn't necessarily mean you can convince your organization that that's going to happen.
But so with two things, I wish you had gone to 16%, because if we'd gone from 8% budget to 16% budget, we increased it and we doubled our sales, because that's essentially what you would have done, is you would have doubled your increase, not double your sales, but double your increase by doubling your spend percentage. Why is it so hard for marketers to convince CEOs and people who are responsible for the money that increased spending drives revenue growth?
Well, there's a bunch of reasons, actually. Some of it is lack of proof. So 70% of CMOs tell us that they lack some sort of evidence that marketing is going to produce more growth with more dollars. So there's some of that is the evidence, but actually it's less so that, it's more about buyers have changed, the external forces that are happening. So marketing traditionally does not have a business case for spending money on an audience that doesn't turn into contacts for sales, for example. And buyers are more empowered and self-serving than ever before, so marketing has to find ways to spend money on those extended buying groups and those buyers who really won't talk to sales, or sales doesn't want to talk to them, they're not the decision maker. So when they ask for money, they're pigeonholed into asking for things that will turn into opportunities and contacts. And right. Instead, they need to go out and justify spending money on an audience that's not going to talk to sales, but is still influential in that buying decision. And they have to learn new ways to track that spend.
Interesting. So it's about attribution, which is always a problem, and it's also about broadening reach. And that is an old truth, that the broader the audience that you can reach that understands you, the bigger the pool of potential buyers you might have. Anyway, if you're a B2B CMO, can share, care, and dare with the best of, do yourself a favor, check out CMOHuddles.com. And if you hurry, you can get a wonderful discount for the B2B Summit in Phoenix from Forrester. I'll be there. John will be there. You should be there. I'm Drew Arnold. That's your Tuesday tip. Peace out.